Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics Step by Step. I am Ying. So today we're starting a brand new chapter on graphs of motion, okay? So these are the two basic graphs that we'll be learning: distance time graph and also speed time graph, okay? So this chapter is very important because there are a lot of application in a lot of different fields, okay? Like automotive field, sports science, physics, engineering, and astronomy, okay? So this is the first type of graph that we'll be learning, distance time graph, okay? So the y-axis will be the distance, the x-axis will be time, okay? So the gradient of the graph represents the rate of change in distance with respect to time, which is called the speed, okay? So this is what we have learned previously. Speed is equals to distance over time. Okay? So now let's learn to draw a distance time graph. Example 1. Asri wants to be a track cyclist and hopes to make Malaysia well known in the world like Azizul Hasni Awang, our national track cycling champion. The table below shows the distance and the time taken by Asrin during the training, okay? So draw a distance time graph based on the above table. So let's refer to this graph. The y-axis will be the distance, okay? In this case, the unit is kilometer, and the x-axis will be time, and the unit is minutes, okay? Based on the table given. So from the table given, we will get 5 coordinates, okay? The first coordinate 0, 0. Second coordinate 30, 10. Then the third coordinate 60, 20. The fourth coordinate 90, 30. And the last coordinate 120, 40, okay? So we can see these are the 5 coordinates being plotted here. Then we just connect it with a ruler, okay? So we'll draw a straight line to connect all the 5 points. So we have drawn a distance time graph based on the table given, okay? And the gradient of this straight line will be the speed. So now let's go through this example 2 together. Mr. Selva drove his car for a distance of 240 km from Kuala Lumpur to Kuantan in 3 hours to visit his mother. The distance S kilometer that Mr. Selva traveled in T hours is given by the equation S is equals to ATT. Okay, so we can see that this is the equation of a straight line. Okay, the general form of the equation of a straight line is y equals to mx plus c. Okay, in this case, c equals to 0. So we know the gradient is equals to at. Okay, so we can substitute a few points and we'll be able to sketch the graph. So let's say when t equals to 0, s equals to 0. Okay, so this is the first coordinate. Then let's say when t equals to 3, s equals to 80 times 3, which is 240. Okay, so this is the second coordinate, okay? Here is 0, 0. Then here is 3, 240, okay? So we are able to draw a straight line, okay? So again, you guys is able to draw this graph based on the information given, okay? Now let's go through this example 3. Jaswinder Singh takes part in an 8-kilometer cross-country event organized by the school during National Sports Day. The relationship between distance from the finishing line and the time of the run is S equals to 8 minus 1 over 5t, okay? So we know 8 is the y-intercept, and the gradient is equals to negative 1 over 5, okay? Based on the general form of a straight line. So the distance is in kilometer and t is the time in minutes, okay? So we can see The y-axis is distance in km, x-axis is time in minutes, okay? So now draw a distance time graph to represent Jaswinder Singh's run for the duration t greater than or equals to 0 and less than or equals to 40, okay? So again, we can substitute a few values into t and get the value of s, okay? So let's say when t equals to 0, we get s equals to 8, okay? Another value for t, so when t equals to 40, s equals to 8 minus 1 over 5 times 40, which is equals to 0, okay? So from here we get two coordinates 0, 8 and 40, 0, okay? So 0, 8 here, 40, 0 here, and we can connect these 2 points so we are able to draw the graph, okay? So we have reached the homework. Go back, you guys will complete this self-practice 7.1a at home so that all the skills that we learned today belongs to you, okay? If you're struggling in completing all this homework in the textbook, I've prepared an online course for you guys, okay? It is a step-by-step guideline in helping you guys to complete all this homework in the textbook, including the comprehensive practice at the back of each chapter, okay? So coming next, we'll learn to interpret a distance time graph and then describe the motion based on the graph, okay? So do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you do not miss out any of my upcoming videos, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.